Hi everyone, welcome to Talk Easy. Today in our studio, Catherine and Mike will be talking about asking for help at the supermarket.
Okay, so have you ever walked into a supermarket and you have your list and
Yeah.
you're like,
You know what you need.
I need tahini,
Okay.
but where is that?
Right.
Is it by the pasta?
Yeah.
Is it with International Foods? I don't know.
You have no idea.
And then you're wandering around
Exactly.
feeling lost?
Lost in the supermarket?
Exactly.
It happens.
That's what we're going to be talking about today
Yes.
in this deep dive.
We're going to make you a supermarket ninja.
Yes.
We're not just going to be like, where's the milk?
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to be talking about like how to really hack the supermarket system.
Yes.
Some insider tips.
Insider strategies.
Searchy.
Supermarket psychology.
That's right.
Even some language tricks
Linguistic.
to get what you need.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this one.
You know what's so fascinating to me
What?
is that supermarkets are not just random collections of food.
Oh, really?
They're meticulously designed
Ooh.
to influence your choices.
Wait, so they're like messing with our minds?
A little bit, yeah.
Tell me more.
Okay, so think about this.
Okay.
The most essential items that you need,
Yeah.
milk, bread, eggs,
Okay.
often located at the back of the store.
Okay.
So you have to walk through
So you have to walk through the entire store.
a maze
Yeah.
of tempting displays.
It's all about impulse buys.
Impulse buys.
Yeah.
It's all about it.
Okay.
And then even the placement of the products on the shelves
Oh, interesting.
is a subtle form of persuasion.
Okay.
So eye-level shelves
Okay.
often feature premium brands,
Oh.
the more expensive ones,
Oh.
while budget-friendly options
Yeah.
might be tucked away.
On like the bottom shelf
The bottom shelf, yeah,
where you can't see them.
exactly.
Okay. So be mindful of this.
Be mindful.
Don't fall prey to the chocolate bars
That's right.
that are strategically placed.
At the checkout,
Yes.
calling your name.
Okay. So we know that supermarkets are...
Carefully constructed symphony of temptation.
Yes.
But let's break down the supermarket
Okay.
into its different sections.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like I'm just
You're just wandering aimlessly.
wandering aimlessly.
And then you end up with a cart full of stuff
That I don't need.
you didn't even know you needed.
Exactly.
So produce section.
Okay.
This is like your gateway to fresh fruits and vegetables.
So we're talking
Crisp apples,
crap out.
juicy oranges,
Okay.
leafy greens,
Yes.
vibrant bell peppers,
All the good stuff.
all the good stuff.
That makes you want to cook.
Yes, and sometimes there are even those exotic fruits.
Yeah.
You're like, what is that?
What is
I've
that?
never even seen that before.
Right.
So it kind of gets your adventurous juices flowing.
It does. It does.
Next up is the dairy aisle.
Dairy.
This is where you find milk, cheese, yogurt, butter,
The essentials
all the essential
for your fridge.
for a well-stocked refrigerator.
And speaking of essentials,
Yes.
we can't forget about the bakery. Oh, the bakery.
Where the smell of fresh bread
Oh my goodness.
can just hypnotize you
It can hypnotize you into buying a loaf
into buying a loaf.
because those aromas,
Yeah.
they're strategically designed to trigger your senses and entice you.
Like I'm powerless against fresh bread.
You and me both.
Well,
All right, so we've done produce,
we've done produce, dairy,
dairy, bakery.
bakery.
What's next?
Next, we venture into the realm of protein,
Ooh.
meat, and seafood.
Okay.
This is where you'll find everything
All right.
from succulent steaks
Figs.
to tender chicken breasts,
Okay.
fresh fish, shellfish,
Yeah.
all sorts of things.
And for those who don't eat meat,
That's right.
there's usually a plant-based protein section.
Absolutely.
So you can get like your tofu, your tempeh,
Tempeh,
all that good stuff.
all that good stuff.
And speaking of convenience,
Yes.
we can't forget about the frozen food aisle,
Yeah.
which sometimes is a lifesaver
It is a lifesaver
for those nights
for those nights.
where you don't want to cook.
You just don't have the energy to cook.
Exactly.
So you've got frozen vegetables,
Uh-huh.
ready-to-bake pizzas,
Yes.
pre-made meals.
It's a treasure trove.
It is a treasure trove of convenience.
Okay, so we've covered the basics,
Yes.
produce, dairy,
Mm.
bakery, meat, frozen.
Frozen.
What about the less obvious sections?
All right.
The ones that can make your shopping trip
Yeah.
extra special.
Extra special.
What about those?
Well, one section I really like to explore
Okay.
is the organic or health foods aisle.
Oh, yes.
This is where you can find a plethora of gluten-free products.
Gluten-free.
Vegan options,
Yes.
organic produce,
Okay.
plant-based milk alternatives.
It's like a whole supermarket.
It's a supermarket within a
It'll be in a
supermarket.
supermarket.
That's right.
I like it.
And then for those
Yes.
with adventurous palates,
Okay.
the international aisle.
Oh, yes.
This is a passport to global flavors.
It is. It is.
You can just imagine
Yeah.
wandering through the aisles,
Yeah.
brimming with spices from India,
Yes.
sauces from Thailand,
Pasta from Italy.
pasta from Italy.
Yes.
It's a culinary adventure
It is a culinary adventure.
waiting to happen.
So we've got our mental map of the supermarket,
Yes, we do.
but now
But now,
we need to talk about
yeah,
how to actually find what we're looking for.
yeah. Because even with the map,
Yeah.
you can feel like a labyrinth.
It can feel like a labyrinth.
But this is where your language skills come into play.
Okay.
You have a secret weapon,
What is it?
the ability to ask for help.
Okay, so even the most seasoned supermarket ninja
Even the most seasoned ninja
needs help sometimes.
sometimes needs a little guidance.
So say I'm looking for that elusive tahini.
Okay.
What's the best way to approach a staff member?
So instead of saying,
Yeah.
where's the tahini,
Okay.
which might just draw a blank stare,
Right.
try providing a little bit of context.
Okay, so I could be like, excuse me?
Yes.
I'm looking for tahini.
Mm-hmm.
It's a paste made from sesame seeds.
Yes.
Do you know where I might find it?
Perfect.
Okay.
You've provided a clear description,
Yeah.
and you've been super polite.
Politeness is key
It is key
when you're asking for help
when you're asking for help.
in a supermarket.
Remember,
Yes.
supermarket employees are there to help you.
They are there to help.
They want to help you.
And here's another insider tip.
Okay?
What if you can't remember the English word for something?
Okay, yeah, that happens.
That happens all the time.
Describe it.
Describe it.
Don't let the language barrier stop you.
Okay, so I could say something like,
Yeah.
I'm looking for that leafy green
Uh-huh.
that's kind of like spinach, but a little bit more bitter.
Perfect.
Okay.
Or like,
Yeah.
it looks like a small watermelon,
Uh-huh.
but it's yellow on the inside.
Okay.
Get creative.
Use your words.
Use your words.
Paint a picture,
Paint the pic.
and they will help you.
They'll help you find what you need.
It's funny how we underestimate the power of just asking for help.
We do. We do.
But in a supermarket,
Yes.
it's your greatest asset.
It truly is.
It really is.
And remember,
Yeah.
supermarkets can be overwhelming,
Yes.
even for native English speakers.
Absolutely.
So don't hesitate to ask for clarification.
Right. Like if someone points you in a vague direction
Yes.
and you're still lost.
You're like,
I have no
I
idea.
still don't know where I am.
You can say, can you be more specific?
That's right.
Is that near the bakery?
Yeah.
Or the deli?
The deli counter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a little adventure.
It is a little adventure.
We've explored the layout.
We've explored the layout.
We've learned how to ask for help.
We've learned how to ask for help.
And now
And now,
we're on our way
to becoming
to becoming
supermarket masters.
supermarket masters.
I love it.
Welcome back to our supermarket odyssey.
In the last part, we explored the layout of a typical English-speaking supermarket
Mm-hmm.
and how you can even use your words
Yes.
to find that one elusive ingredient.
We learned that supermarkets are like these carefully orchestrated symphonies
Yes.
of temptation
Of temptation.
with strategic product placement
Yeah.
designed to entice us.
Absolutely.
But even armed with this like mental map
Yes.
and some savvy communication skills,
Yeah,
unexpected situations can pop up.
they do.
It's like a pop quiz.
It is a pop quiz for the supermarket ninja.
Okay, I'm ready for the challenge.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, bring on the pop quiz.
All right.
What kind of curveballs are we talking about?
Okay, imagine this.
Okay.
You've navigated the aisles.
Okay.
You've filled your cart with culinary treasures.
Hmm.
You're at the checkout.
Yeah.
And suddenly you realize you've left your wallet at home.
Oh no.
Supermarket nightmare.
This is a nightmare.
It is.
Okay, so what do you do?
So in this situation,
Yeah.
I think rule number one, stay calm.
Stay calm.
Panic won't help you.
Right.
So take a deep breath
Okay.
and politely inform the cashier about the situation.
So you could say something like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I just realized I've left my wallet at home.
Uh-huh.
Would it be possible to set aside my groceries
Yes.
while I run back and get it?
Perfect.
Okay.
Exactly.
And what if heading home isn't an option?
Well, then you could perhaps inquire about alternative payment methods.
So you could say something like,
Yeah.
do you happen to accept
Uh,
mobile payments
Hmm.
or cash transfers?
that's right.
I'm without my card right now.
You could even add a little,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah. Politeness is key.
Politeness is key.
Okay, so crisis averted.
Crisis averted.
But what about those times when you're at the checkout
Yes.
and the price doesn't match
Oh.
what you saw on the shelf?
Ah, yes, the dreaded price discrepancy. It happens.
Yeah.
And it's important to remember that you have the right as a customer
Yes.
to ensure you're being charged correctly.
So don't be shy about speaking up.
Don't be shy.
Right.
Politely bring it to the cashier's attention.
Okay. So you could say something like,
Yeah.
excuse me, I believe the price on the shelf for this item was different.
Uh-huh.
Could you please double check?
Exactly.
And having a photo of the price tag
Yes.
could be helpful in these situations.
It could be helpful. Or a store flyer.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's all about being prepared.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you need to go beyond the standard
Okay.
supermarket script,
Okay.
especially if you have specific dietary needs.
Right. Like if you're following a gluten-free diet or you have a food allergy,
A food allergy?
what do you do then?
Well, don't hesitate to ask for assistance.
So you could be like, excuse me,
Yeah.
I'm looking for gluten-free pasta.
Ah,
Could you point me in the right direction?
perfect.
Or I have a nut allergy. I need to be very careful about ingredients.
Could you help me find some snacks that are safe for me?
Exactly.
Okay.
Remember, advocating for your health and well-being
Yes,
is paramount.
it is.
Now, here's another scenario.
Okay.
You're looking for a specific ingredient, but you just can't remember what it's called in English.
Oh. So I've been there.
Happens to the best of us.
It's like you have the word on the tip of your tongue,
on the tip of your tongue.
but it just won't come out.
Won't come out.
What do you do?
So this is where your descriptive powers
Okay.
come in handy.
Okay.
Use comparisons, examples, or even gestures.
So I could say something like,
Yes.
I'm looking for a type of cheese
Mhm.
that's similar to cheddar,
Okay.
but a little bit milder.
Perfect.
Or it's a small red fruit,
Uh-huh.
kind of sour.
Okay.
People often use it in pies.
You're talking about cranberry.
Cranberries, yes.
Yes.
So the key is
Yes.
to not let those language barriers stop us
That's right.
from getting what we need.
Yes. But even with all these communication tips,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to be mindful of cultural differences.
It is. That's a very crucial point.
Because
Supermarkets are microcosms of diverse cultures.
yes.
And what might be considered polite
Yeah.
in one culture
Uh-huh.
might be perceived differently in another.
For instance, in some cultures,
Yeah,
it's considered impolite to point at things.
that's right.
So instead of pointing at an item and saying, "What's that?"
Mm-hmm.
you could say, "Excuse me, could you tell me about that product?"
Exactly.
And in some cultures,
Yeah,
haggling over prices is commonplace.
right. And while that might not be typical
Yeah.
in most English-speaking supermarkets,
Right.
it never hurts to politely inquire
Yeah.
if there's any room for negotiation.
Especially for larger purchases.
Exactly.
So cultural
It
sensitivity
is key.
is key.
It is.
Any other bonus tips?
Oh, I have a few
Okay.
for making the most of our supermarket experience.
Let's hear them.
If you're on a budget, keep an eye out for those weekly flyers and coupons
Oh, yes. They're usually
at the entrance of the store.
yes.
Or you can find them online.
Online, yeah.
And those loyalty programs
Yeah.
and reward points
Yes.
can really add up
They can.
over time.
Another tip, if you're someone who gets overwhelmed by crowds,
Yeah.
try shopping.
During off-peak hours,
Off-peak, okay.
early mornings,
Yeah.
weekdays
Okay.
tend to be less crowded.
Less crowded, yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask for recommendations.
Oh, that's a good one.
Supermarket staff are often familiar with the best products
They are?
and can offer valuable insights.
Yeah, they can.
And finally,
Yeah.
remember that the supermarket
Yeah.
is a culinary playground.
It is.
Don't be afraid to explore new flavors.
Yes.
Try different brands.
Mm-hmm.
Expand your culinary horizons.
I love that.
So we have been on this incredible journey
We have.
through the world of supermarkets.
Yes.
We've deciphered their layout. We've navigated unexpected situations
Yes.
and even embraced cultural differences.
Cultural differences.
But our deep dive isn't over yet.
it's not.
No.
Okay.
In the final part,
Okay.
we're going to explore how the skills we've learned in the supermarket
Okay.
can be applied to other areas of life.
I'm intrigued. Welcome back, supermarket adventurers.
Yeah.
We've journeyed through the aisles.
We have.
We faced those unexpected challenges and even brushed up on our cultural etiquette.
We did it all.
But what if I told you
Yeah.
that the skills we've honed in the supermarket can be applied to so much more
Absolutely.
than just finding the perfect jar of pickles.
So much more.
What?
Think of those communication strategies
Okay.
as like transferable tools,
Okay.
ready to be used in all sorts of real-life scenarios.
Okay, give me an example.
Okay, so
How does knowing the difference between bok choy and Napa cabbage
Yeah.
help me at, say, the doctor's office?
Okay, well, think about it.
Yeah.
When you're at the doctor's, you might feel a bit out of your depth,
Yeah,
especially if you're not feeling well.
absolutely.
But remember how we talked about
Oh,
being clear and concise
yeah.
when asking for help in the supermarket?
Mhm.
That same principle applies here.
So instead of just saying, I don't feel good,
Right.
I should be more specific
More specific
about my symptoms.
about your symptoms.
And if the doctor uses medical jargon
Yeah.
that I don't understand, I can ask for clarification.
That's for clarification.
It's my health.
It's your health.
I have a right to
You
understand
have the right
what's going on.
to understand exactly what's going on.
It's like asking the supermarket staff.
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a type of gourd.
Uh-huh.
It's green and bumpy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Instead of just saying, we're the bumpy things.
Exactly.
And just like in the supermarket,
yeah.
where you might need to advocate for yourself
Mhm.
if there's a pricing error. You can also advocate for yourself at the doctor's office.
Okay.
If you feel like something isn't being addressed,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to politely but firmly voice your concerns.
Okay, so we're taking those supermarket ninja skills
Yes.
and applying them to healthcare.
To healthcare.
That's great.
But what about situations beyond shopping and doctors?
Yeah. What about those?
Okay, let's say you're traveling
Okay.
to a country where you don't speak the language.
Yeah.
Those communication techniques we've discussed
Mm-hmm.
can be invaluable.
Okay.
Think about trying to order food,
Yeah.
ask for directions,
Mhm.
or even haggle for a souvenir.
Okay. I can see how that would be helpful.
Yeah,
So instead of just pointing at a menu item
right.
and hoping for the best,
Hoping for the best.
I could try to describe.
Describe what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly. And remember how we talked about
Mm.
using comparisons and gestures
Yeah.
in the supermarket?
Yeah.
Those can be super helpful. When you're trying to communicate across language barriers,
It's like a universal language.
it is.
Even if I make mistakes,
Of course.
it's okay.
Making mistakes is part of the learning process.
Exactly.
The important thing is to be open to communicating,
Yes.
even if it feels a little awkward at first.
All right. So we've covered healthcare,
We've covered healthcare.
travel. Is there anywhere else? Let me think.
Where we can apply these supermarket superpowers.
Believe it or not,
Right.
those skills can even come in handy in the workplace.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Think about negotiating a salary,
Okay.
pitching an idea to your boss,
Mm-hmm.
or resolving a conflict with a coworker.
Clear communication is crucial
It is.
in all of those scenarios.
Being able to articulate your thoughts clearly,
Yeah.
listen attentively to others,
Mhm.
and respond respectfully.
Yes.
These are all skills that we've practiced in our supermarket adventures. So it's not just about knowing where to find the sriracha.
It's not just about the sriracha.
It's about building a communication toolkit
That's right.
that we can use
In all areas.
in all areas of our lives.
Of our lives, that's right.
Well, this has been an enlightening journey, to say the least.
It has been.
We've gone from feeling lost in the supermarket
Yeah.
to feeling empowered
Empowered.
to communicate effectively in all sorts of situations.
That's right.
Who knew that a simple trip to the grocery store
I know.
could teach us so much about life?
That's the beauty of the deep dive.
It is.
We take seemingly ordinary topics
Yes.
and uncover the extraordinary insights
hidden within.
hidden within.
So the next time you find yourself facing a communication challenge,
Yes.
remember those supermarket ninja skills?
Supermarket Ninja.
Be clear.
Be clear.
Be polite.
Be polite.
Be confident.
Be confident.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Don't be afraid to ask.
And remember, folks,
Yes.
a little bit of kindness.
Kindness
Yeah.
and a genuine smile
A genuine smile.
can go a long way.
It can go a long way.
Until next time,
Until next time.
happy communicating.